So we're out here today to record the PC GUNWORKS JMB combination slide. I have with me today Nick. He's a shooter. We're going to get his initial thoughts after he fires here, and then we will show you some of the results. So, what are your initial thoughts?
She's real smooth. I like it a lot. I shoot Glocks mostly. Ran a lot of SIGs for competition, but this thing is real nice. It looks good. Obviously, I missed a couple shots there. I don't think I'm completely dialed in. At least that's what I like to tell myself.
I think we all do.
This is not the first time I've had it out. I've had it out a couple times. A couple new shooters. My son mostly is about 12, and he picked it up like he owned the thing and just ran with it, just nailing. I think he had 20 shots in a row on steel at about 20 yards. First time shooting ever. Obviously, I taught him a lot of fundamentals, but he really enjoyed it. He actually shot my Glock after that, and he put the Glock down. He didn't want anything to do with it. But yeah, it's a great slide right off the bat. Obviously, you got the slide cut, which you got Trijicon RMR, and you got the Leopold footprint, which are two of the major ones. I like that you don't have to have any plate like the MOS. I still have anxiety from the MOS plates when they first came out with the pot steel and the
Yeah.
I think that'll never leave my soul. But,
probably not.
But I do like that a lot. I love the looks of it. Anxious to see what you guys keep doing with it. I'd like to talk to you before. I'd like to see one without any slide cuts, just a straight, duty style.
I'm glad you actually mentioned that, because we are offering a duty style slide, so it'll be in the configuration on the website. You'll be able to pick that one, whichever colors you want, but it'll be no ports, no window cuts, so it'll be just a straight forward slide. Look exactly the same, just without the windows in it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like I said, the thing that worked straight out of the box. I probably put about 300 rounds through it so far. I had one hiccup right at the beginning, but that was, first 5 shots. Ever since then, she's just been, I let her eat, and she's been eating.
Yeah, we haven't cleaned ours. I've got over 5,000 rounds through both of them, and not one drop of oil, and they're still running.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm not oiling it. I oiled it the first initial, and so let's see what she does.
And just so everybody's aware, the reason we do that is because we have to make sure that these things are going to run and not cake up and have problems and everything else, so that when you get it and you properly maintain it, you have 0 issues. We're
Correct.
Trying to get it to cause a problem, and so far it hasn't been very cooperative. It just keeps running. So.
Yeah, I haven't run it through any real hard tests yet. I've just been plinking, I'll be honest with you. I haven't crawled through barbed wire or mud or anything, which I'm not planning on doing if I don't have to. But yeah, she's been good to go so far.
How do you feel about the ports with the recoil?
This is nice, especially I think for new shooters, if they can get over the initial little more of a blast. I think it's really good for new shooters. It shoots really smooth. Obviously, a lot less snappier.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Like I said, my son loved it. It didn't bother him one bit. Obviously, it's ported, so you're going to have whatever usual problems you're going to have with a ported barrel, which should be no surprise.
Yep.
A little fogging up of the lens on your red dot if you are running a red dot. If you're not, I don't know why you're not, but just the normal stuff. A little bit of, I haven't felt anything. If you do stand to the side, you are going to probably feel something.
Yeah, you get a little bit. I was just noticing while you were shooting, I was getting a little bit of it, but it's nowhere near what we had when we had the initial ones out. They were throwing it right back at you, and it was pretty brutal. So
yeah, but I videotaped my son standing probably about where you were, and that really didn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty used to shooting though, so just something to think about.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep shooting, and we'll show you guys some more in a little bit.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. So this one is the JMB slide with the Mischief machine lower with the wood grips, Armory Craft trigger, and Nick likes trigger so far, so we'll see how he does. All right, here's the continuation. Sorry, our battery died. All right, so I know I asked you off camera, but I'm gonna ask you again. What'd you think of that setup there?
It's very nice. I actually compared it to my plastic frame here on my other Sig, and it's not. You can hardly tell the difference. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it shoots a lot better than I do. That's for sure. But I'm glad you actually messed up on that last video because I had a couple fires there. This one was.
Yeah, and that was not on purpose, folks. I did actually change the battery, so.
I appreciate it.
But the what I like about that is it's very, everybody sees it, you know, when I post a picture, they're always like, oh, you're making 2011s. Well, no, it's actually just a 320, but Mischief Machine killed it on their grip, so.
Yeah, it's really nice.
We've got, we're coming out with our version. It's gonna be a much different take, but still within the 1911, 2011 grip family. That's all I'm gonna say on it because it's a surprise. So, and what we're making it out of, we're gonna offer 3 different options. We're gonna do stainless steel, aluminum, and there's a surprise in there.
Gold.
No, not gold.
Solid gold.
No, not gold. But we'll announce that one later because we got to get that one worked out. That one's gonna cost a little more money to start up, but we'll get there. So why don't you throw another mag through and see what you think?
Yeah. So this is 115 grain now, I think.
Okay. Oh, did you load my mags or are those yours?
This is my mag.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, this really nice. It's hard not to want to shoot this fast, as you can obviously see.
It's it really does boogie pretty good.
Yeah.
How much pressure are you putting down on the gas pedal? Just slight pressure?
Yeah, just slight. You know, I'm not going too crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to overcompensate.
I think. So yeah, we kind of goofed a little bit. I forgot to. He just did 115. So for the last, few shots that we had, we averaged 1,098. That was between the 124 and the 115. The max was 1134.5, and the minimum was 1,081.6. So all I'm saying to you people is if you think that you're losing any real feet per second off of porting or compensating, don't believe the lies. And that's why I wanted to do this, to show you. What we've done is we've come up with the right port size for our application. It's working great. And, you don't really see it pushing it downward or anything. And with this being a threaded barrel that's ported, you'd almost half expect it to have a little more gas back there, but I think with the port size we selected, we're doing pretty good. Nick, what do you think? I mean, as far as shooting, how did it feel even with the 115?
I felt not going to tell a difference, really. Maybe a little bit, but not much. I mean, if you put a bunch in there with the mixed with the 124s, that probably wouldn't have been well.
Did it feel like, oh, here we go. Now we can get all the, I'm going to save this because it shows every shot that he took, all 26 of them that are recorded. Let me go back here. And then, what else was I going to ask you? Like we talked about with the gas pedal, you weren't really pressing down on it much because you really don't need to, because the ports do most of that for you. It's just more or less a place to put your thumb, so it's consistent every time.
Yeah, and it's a little bit new to me. I still haven't mastered the gas pedal yet. It's just a little foreign to me, but I do have it on mine, and I've been using. I put it on and I have been using it.
Excellent. All right, well, we're going to get back to shooting here, and if we have any other data to share with you, we'll record it. Okay, so a couple things. Now we're recording again. Nick just shot the other Mischief Machine lower, which is not as decked out as the other one. We did have one round that failed to feed, but that's due to a swollen case. You can see the marks right here. It actually got stuck due to the case being a little swollen. Not sure what brand ammunition this is because we had it in a pile, but first stoppage out of over 5,000, so can't really complain about that too much. We're going to try the 3.9 here next, and we'll let you see what it looks like. Whenever you're ready, Nick. Now that one's got the Apex trigger, Apex 4 trigger bar. You can feel the difference in the trigger there with the 4 trigger bar. And that reset, I did the 10% extra reset on it spring, which same with all of them, but it's nice because you get that nice positive, every time you reset.
Oh yeah.
And but overall, what'd you think as far as manageability and everything?
Not bad at all. I mean, on par with pretty much any smaller frame gun. I mean, it was negligible. I mean, going from the full size, you notice a little bit, but nothing I would be complaining about. We're
also talking over 2 inches of barrel length too, yeah. So I mean, it's for it to be pretty close. That tells you a lot about the porting.
And it's still ported, so obviously.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So the porting does its job. For those of you on the fence about doing a ported pistol, this just really reaffirms that it does work. It helps keep you shooting flat. You'll see it in the video. Obviously, if you watch it up to this point, they're flat shooters. You really don't have to work at it too much. It is significantly lighter, so that adds to it as well. But overall, they're good shooting guns. Toot my own horn a little bit, but I think we did okay.
yeah. Once you got your zero on that optic, man, or you figure out where it's falling, it's pretty fun.
And I mean, we're shooting at 25 yards, so I mean, it's not like we're shooting 10 yards away. So it's a little bit out there, but it just shows you what you can do, even with a 3.9-inch barrel out to 25 yards. You heard the dinging. I could show you guys the target on the next one. You got another mag ready, so if you want to shoot it again, we'll spin it around here and you guys can see the target. So again, for 25 yards, not too shabby. It's, I mean, sure, we spend a little more time, we get the dot a little more zeroed, it would be better. Most of those were going over the top,
yep.
The ones that you're missing, so.
It's definitely not me.
Yeah, of course not. So, but, if you guys saw that target, you can see like the whole, target is pretty much being covered almost at this point, with a few exceptions, but overall, I mean, they just work. I mean, we spent a lot of time getting these things ready to rock and roll for you guys, and while these are still the prototype slides and barrels, you'll be getting a little bit different look, very similar. If you look on the website when we go live, you'll be able to see what we did with the serrations a little different to give you a better grip. And then Also, these were just slides that we did real fast just so we could test our porting. But they're going to be similar, but they'll have our signature serrations on the barrel as well. You get 3 different recoil springs. So right now, with all of them, I put the lightest one in, which I think is an 11 pound, I think is what we, yeah, so like 10 or 11 pounds. And I mean, they rack super easy, they're super smooth. And again, these have no oil. You know, we oiled them when we first put them in, but you can already see, I mean, that barrel's so far from being clean, it's not even funny. And it still feels, there's no drag whatsoever. So if you have any question about durability, we're already doing it for you. You don't have to do it to yours. You can, it's not gonna hurt anything, but just keep it nice, you know, clean it every once in a while.